Hello, welcome to Animes. My name is Gary. This is a unboxing video, first one on the channel. Uh, I've got quite a large haul actually. This is about past 5-6 months I think of figures that have come in, and I've just not got around to unboxing them yet. So I've got two orders from AnimePre, and I've got one order from Nin Games, and I've also got one I had to take out of its box. Albedo from Overlord. So I'll be doing an unboxing of her as well. She came in, I think, probably about near enough 5 months ago-ish, something like that. I just haven't got around to unboxing her and putting on display in my collection yet. I'm doing this because obviously I need to basically sort out my room and actually get them out of their boxes and put on display. So we'll get started. She'll probably start with Albedo first, and then I'll work through the actual boxes that I've not unboxed. Well, I'll go through the figures that are in the sealed boxes I pre-ordered first, and then I will do B-roll well, I'll get them out of the box. I'll pause, get them out of the box, and then I'll show them on unless if you should I do yeah I'll show the unboxing so you can get an idea of what the unboxing experience is like. I'll do that on the bed here, so it'll be a bit harder for you to see unfortunately, but at least you can get an idea of what the figures look like when they are unboxed. Shall we start with the AnimePre-Orders? I think the Nin one is. I know what the Nin one is. Just to make sure I don't capture or see any of my shipping details on this. It's interesting with AnimePre when you're ordering these sorts of well, it's the import tax that you sort of have to pay for in the UK. It's the VAT on these, but I think one I got 2 days ago should have had VAT on it, but got through customs, didn't have to pay any import tax in customs charge. So it does seem like they can get through. I've confirmed that once I've actually got it out of the box, because I'm pretty sure I know what figure that one is, and its value is beyond the threshold for UK import, which the UK is anything over £135, then gets charged import tax based on the category of these figures. I know you can, like with Solaris, you can, when designate for them, to put a lower value on the import sheet, but then that reduces your coverage for insurance when you do order through them. If something does happen to your package, the insurance won't cover the full value of the actual figure. So it depends, you have to take that risk whether you want to reduce the value so you don't have to pay import tax, although that still might get caught anyways. So in this box, got this on this. Some of the AnimePre provide one of these with each box that they have, and I think it changes monthly. I haven't really looked at enough of these although I've got a sizable collection. I have been ordering for the past sort of year, collecting so far. It'll be interesting to see. Let's get that out of the way. Oh, I've got 4 figures in here. I did not realise that before. So I've got Pop-Up Parade Shizu from Reincarnated as Slime. I forgot I actually ordered this one. Another Pop-Up Parade. It's the Pop-Up Parade Faye Valentine from Peacock. Is it Peacock? I can't remember. Yep, that's good. Pop-Up Parades always I've got a few Pop-Up Parades. I do quite like getting a hold of them. So they're good just in terms of entries if you don't want to get the full scale. Then I've got Shion Changing Mode pre-painted figure by Q's Q. So that'll be good to unbox that one. And here we go, I got my Aerith Static Arts figure by Square Enix. So these ones obviously tanked in value unfortunately after pre-order. So they are very cheap to get hold of these days. They're pretty much almost as cheap as they're getting close to about double the price of Pop-Up Parades, seems, and that's it in that box. Very well packaged, as all AnimePre orders I've received have been. Let's put that off to the side. So I knew I had ordered these two, but I completely forgot. I already knew I had the Shion and the Aerith, but I completely forgot I had the two Pop-Up Parades in this order. And let's get these two, this invoice out. Okay, all the way. So this is the one that got through customs and I didn't have to pay any customs charge in. That one I did, and I think that was about 53-ish pound I'd pay import tax on overall. So and that's because obviously they take the combined value of all the figures in the box. So if you are ordering figures from AnimePre and you're going to get a couple of individual quarter scale like scale figures which are, you know, under £135 when converted, then it might be worth shipping them separately, depending on if they're going to be small boxes like this, and doing surface parcel shipping, then you could save quite a bit without having to get through customs. Which is what I generally do. I've always done surface parcel at the moment. I've done a couple of the odd figure that's been EMS just because I couldn't wait, and EMS has generally always been cheaper than DHL from what I've seen that they've offered to me. Because when you do an order through EMS through AnimePre, they, even though you've pre-selected surface parcel for the pre-order, when you get your pay invoice in, you can, does seem like you can actually opt into the higher prices, just in case if you wanted to get it faster, which is quite good. At least that means they offer you the option of getting it faster, even though you might, well, just been dead set on getting a surface parcel. This is the little leaflet that they've given on this one for this month. This one was 2 months ago, if it is the figure I think of what it is. Yes, it is. So this was, yeah, a little bit over 2 months to get here. They say 2 to 3 months for surface parcel to the UK anyways, so it's not too bad. The Vertex figure, here in a full moon, number 1. So as soon as I saw this figure, I knew I had to get hold of her. And this is the limited edition one that was on sale at AnimePre, which means you have the bare chest option as well. So there's some extra pieces in this one. So this will be good. Well, at least I'm pretty sure it's bare chest, but we'll see that in the unboxing. And that's it. Again, well packaged all the way around. Albedo. She should go. Okay, finally to do the Nin game one. I ordered from Nin Games the you know, native figures, basically the more explicit ones, the ones that don't show up on AnimePre. So it's very. I haven't really used Solaris Japan yet, but I think I'll probably use Solaris Japan for more pre-owned figures. So I've heard a lot of people had success with pre-owned figures on Solaris Japan. You can get the more rarer ones that are harder to find without going through like Amazon, going through Yahoo Auctions or Mandarake for that sort of thing. Let's get this unboxed. This one I did have to pay custom charges on, which was again about 50 quid on top of once I got on site, well, the original price I'd paid for a few months ago. This one was EMS person as well, and this figure was supposed to come out in January actually of next year. She got bumped up by 6 months, which really annoyed me, and then I was forced to pay for it. This one was one I was potentially thinking of reducing. It's really well packaged, this is extremely well packaged. It's first Nin figure from Nin Games. Yep, I have to compliment them on the actual shipping. Oh, and they've got a little card for me. Okay. I'll just move these boxes behind me out of the way since it's covering the fan. It's bloody hot here in the UK at the moment. What do they provide me? Ah, it's the little gift art that you get with this figure, so that gives you a hint of what the figure is. Well, basically it tells you who it is. So yes, the Zetai by, well, the figures by Reta, the art by Reiter, I think. So you got Misane-san, and I can't remember the names of this one, of this character. It's by Reiter, obviously designed and written by Reiter, and I do love his art, the way he depicts, obviously designs his the girls in his the lewd girls basically that he designs. I do like him a lot. So this is a native figure, my first native figure, and the box is obviously sort of sealed up. Very nice silver. I do love this design on the top. So we'll get back round to unboxing her as well. So I shall start with the Puppet Parades, are the easiest ones. I generally don't keep the Puppet Parade boxes, generally because, well, they take up space, and it's the figures obviously aren't the most like valuable ones to, you know, if you do resell them, you can resell them without the box. Yes, the box would make them sell, you know, you can retail them a bit more, but the amount that they cost, you know, they're about 30-40 quid over here in the UK once you've got get them in, assuming you don't pay off the import tax on them in a combined order. Then they're about 30 quid, ignoring postage. So these are generally figures, they're kind of like prize figures in terms of quality and whatnot, and I've bought a prize figure, buy a Bandai figure, a One Piece figure. I think it's still in its box actually on its shelf up there, which I probably should unbox as well, but that was about 25-30 quid. That's the problem with the stores in the UK. Most of them only actually offer sort of Bandai prize figures. They don't really do scales, which is a bit annoying, and there's not many just figure shops or anime shops in general in the UK, unfortunately, without traveling to the cities. I think there's a couple in London which I probably will go to and possibly make videos on, to see what they've got. I'll probably go there first visit, to see what they're like, if it's worth doing a video on them, and then I can at least talk to the staff there or the owner of those businesses if it's alright to do a video, and if they've even had videos done on them in before, because it might help them in terms of you should support your local figure shops, especially if they can get hold of orders, but I haven't got any local to me, unfortunately, so there's not much I can do for that with that, because I just don't have anything local that's within sort of driving distance. So that's Faye Valentine, so I'll have to put up some B-roll of her on here. I might have done that in this segment, but yeah, she's quite good looking actually overall. Pop-up parades, I know so they get some sticks sometimes, but to be perfectly honest, you know what you're paying for, and these days it's kind of like you might as well just if you're happy with the figure and they've got a figure that you like, then get it. Doesn't matter if you don't always have to get a full scale figure and spend £100 plus on a figure. These days, it's especially with the way the economy is these days, you might end up just if you don't want to ruin your wallet so much. The Pop Parade's obviously a good entry point, and also just good if you want to at least get a figure of some of your favourite anime characters that you just enjoy getting, like Shizu, obviously from this one. I think there's one scale I think I saw that is out released of her, by Furyu maybe, but it's not exactly. She's obviously not one of the most popular characters, although I think in the episode where she, if you haven't seen Reincarnated as Slime, spoiler, when the episode spoiler again, sorry, the episode where she passes away, I think basically was one of the saddest episodes I've ever watched. It did, but it always seems to get me a tear. I've actually recently re-watched all of Reincarnated as Slime. Yeah, it got me most upset out of all the seasons that they've released. Here's Shizu. Yep, quite good looking figure. Obviously there's no amazing shading or anything. There's a little bit of shading on the cape, which is quite good, but she looks as she does in the anime, so there's nothing bad I can say about that really. She looks perfectly fine. But yeah, pop-up parade figures, I think they're worth getting a hold of. Yeah, they're not, you know, in terms of investments and your value of collection, if you do want to stick a money, you know, value to your collection and go, yeah, well, I don't want it to depreciate or go down in value by getting, you know, mass-produced figures that they make, you know, tens of thousands of and sell them, that don't cost a lot to manufacture, and if you know that everyone can get a hold of because they're a cheaper value, then that kind of makes sense. But generally, when you're in this hobby of collecting anime figures, you shouldn't always equate value of your collection in terms of reselling it afterwards. You should be thinking of this as a hobby where I can get figures that I can have on display to show my, you know, my interests and my hobby of anime or gaming, since there are gaming figures just like Aerith is available out there. Then that's the way you should do it. At least that's my viewpoint. Is yes, I've spent obviously a good, like most people, they've spent a lot of money on their figures or their collection, you know, thousands over the course of, you know, years. Hello, welcome to this part of the video where we'll be showing the actual figures that are unboxed. So this is Shizui Aizawa Shizui Pop-Up Parade. I don't understand, Pop-Up Parade don't get always need to have all the you know, they get a lot of stigma unfortunately, but I enjoyed getting a couple of Pop-Up Parade figures that you might not want to get a scale figure of. You know, you don't want to commit to the full price of an actual full scale figure, and sometimes the Pop-Up Parade is actually not too bad, like this one of Shizui. Is obviously got quite good nice shading on her hair. The paint job on the rest of her is pretty basic. There is a little bit of bleed over here and there, but it's not horrendous. The hair sculpt's actually not too bad on this one compared to some other Pop-Up Parades. So yeah, no, she's not a bad Pop-Up Parade to actually get if you're actually looking at getting her as a Pop-Up Parade. And we've got Faye Valentine Pop-Up Parade as well. She's not too bad, again, good smile. This one's obviously much simpler compared to the other compared to Shizui and a couple of other Pop-Up Parades I have. But I'm fine with it. As I said, I'm not gonna probably get a scale of from Cowboy Bebop of Faye Valentine or any other of the other characters from that series, even though it's a very, you know, beloved, well received, well loved anime series I really should finish watching. But I saw the Pop-Up Parade and I thought, well, yeah, you know, for about £30, £30-40, it might be worth actually getting a hold of her, just to have at least in my collection and show that I do enjoy Cowboy Bebop. And finally, another one of my Shion figures. This one is Shion in her undressing form. So this one's an actual scale figure. This one's by Q's Q. So this one's actually obviously much better quality than the Pop-Up Parades. And the fact that you get Rimuru on the base, as the base design itself is quite a nice idea. Obviously Shion loves Rimuru a lot. But you can tell with this being a full scale, she's got the detailing on the actual jacket, the creases on there is a lot better, and on the actual pants as well are much better, and the hair sculpt's just a much better quality, and the overall sculpt actually is much better on this. So this is the benefit of actually going up to full scale. And she wasn't that expensive. She retailed 14,800 yen on release. I think I paid probably close to 16,000 from Miami. But no, yeah, she's definitely worth it. The face is a lot better on this as well compared to obviously an actual Pop-Up Parade figure. So yeah, no, definitely, she's definitely worth getting a hold of. I think a lot of the generally you do notice a big difference going from a Pop-Up Parade to an actual full scale figure. And to round off this part of the video, We have Albedo, quarter scale by freeing. She is cast off in this, as you can tell with the fact that this is a rubber bit. There is a crease down the side that splits the back into front halves, so then you can actually get her cast off if you want to. Just the top areas ended up being cast off. She is wearing underwear underneath here, which is fine. And then the wings obviously come out quite a lot. She does take up quite a lot of space, as you can see, compared to a full-size keyboard with number pad. But with this one, she's definitely a lot more on the not as detailed as some scale figures, but with this is what we need to expect with freeing, unfortunately, these days. But I do enjoy just quarter scales overall. She is a very nice quarter scale, and definitely it was a surprise with her being cast off as well. They did not mention anything about that at all. You do get these support rods, and the short one goes under the left side, and then the right one will go under this side, just to keep it raised up off of the wings, at least raised up. So and that will do it for this video, and I shall catch you in the next unboxing video. Thank you, bye.